I'm so happy, Divya. Thanks for coming up. And man, I'm so excited for you to share your journey and what you do. You're a plant-forward chef. I had to Google that up. Why don't you introduce yourself and what you do?
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Hi, I'm Divya. I'm a plant-forward chef. That means that I focus on vegan food, plant-based food. That's more for a multi-diet home. So most cases in Hong Kong and around the world now, you have one person in the family that's plant-based, another one that's gluten-free, another one that's nut-free, or kind of we're all following different diets.
Yes.
So rather than making separate meals for everyone, which is quite difficult, I try to focus on making everyone a meal in the house that anybody can adapt to. So it's one meal, maybe a sauce that can be adapted to different diets, right? And that's what I really focus on, the multi-diet home. So it's not so difficult to make. It's easy, it's got less ingredients, and it's simple. Yeah.
And healthy.
I'm healthy.
I actually, years ago, long time ago, for the wrong reason, I was like, okay, I'm going to be a vegetarian because I want to lose weight. So that was unhealthy, but I did it for 2 years.
Right. And how was it?
I lost a bit of weight, but it came back. Asian vegetarian food, like 炸, it's very oily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be quite oily.
Yeah. So it's very different from what I'm learning as well, because I've been like looking on your IG and all the stuff you do. You kind of have a kick in everything you do. You kind of do the Indian flavors and the Southeast Asian, and you do Japanese.
Yeah.
You're out there just cooking away, because you used to be a teacher.
Yes. I come from an education background, business and economics.
Yeah.
And I was teaching for a while, about 10 years almost. And when COVID hit, things changed. I decided to even start a family. And so it wasn't so easy to get back into the workforce that time. And so luckily, I had something to fall back on to keep me a little busy, which was my side project, my side hustle, which was just a food blog at that time.
You love to cook.
I love to cook. I come from a home of foodies.
Yeah.
My mom is an amazing cook. My grandma is an amazing cook. And my dad loves to try different things, So we're all just very, very excited about food all the time. We love trying new things and new flavors. So I come from that background.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I didn't learn how to cook because I got spoiled so much with my mom and my grandparents.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
No.
And so there was no need to learn until I got married. And so me and my husband just sat down on the dinner table and we're like, what are we doing for dinner? I don't know how to cook. You don't know how to cook. What are we going to do? We can't rely on takeout the whole time.
Yeah.
So I started the food blog actually from like a journey to learn. And I put it out there because I was like, hey, I burnt dal. Dal is like lentils.
Yeah.
Nobody burns dal. I did. And
learning process.
A learning process. And I documented the whole thing. And I burnt rice. I burnt everything you can imagine. I was so bad at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I learned, and I kind of made fun of myself along the journey. And I shared with people. I was like, look, whenever I made something successful, then I was like, hey, this is the shortcut to making this easier. This looks difficult, but I've figured this out the easy way. And I guess that's where I came in saying, let's try to simplify difficult recipes and make home cooking not a gendered thing, but a life skill, because we all need to eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Why not? It's a survival skill, right? So that's why that's where I started. And it's
the veggie wifey.
Yes, exactly. That's where the name came from.
Yeah, I mean, looking on your page like now, from where you started, I was like, oh, till now you look so professional. Like you teach now. I mean, tell me all about it, like the difference about it. Like, because you were first a vegetarian and then you changed into being a vegan.
Yeah. So I grew up as a meat eater.
Yeah.
And then it was only when I went to uni that I became vegetarian, because funny enough, all my really close friends were vegetarian.
Yeah.
They would never had meat in their life. So whenever I used to have dinner with them or, go out, I used to feel a little bit disrespectful. So I used to eat vegetarian food with them and I loved it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's try this out for a little bit. And then it ended up staying. My aunt also who lives in Europe, I visited her a few times during uni and she's a very strict vegetarian. And so I stayed with her for 2 weeks and she cooked everything from scratch. Amazing food, no meat.
Yeah.
So I realized it was just a matter of expanding my knowledge base a little bit, opening my eyes a little bit more and seeing that there's actually a wide variety of ingredients that we don't regularly use that's easy to put together and make delicious food with.
Yeah.
Right? And so when I came back, I was like, okay, let's do this. Cold turkey, just become vegetarian. And it stuck ever since.
Is your husband a vegetarian
No.
then? No. So he's turned vegetarian as well.
No, he's a meat eater still.
No wonder. So
Yeah.
that's why sometimes when I go on your page and I see I'm like what to cook as well, and then you would say, okay, you can add meat in there if you can.
Yeah.
So you're not that strict. Yeah.
No, because that's why I come from a monthly diet home, right? I'm not going to be that person, and I never will be, to be like, this is the only diet to choose, because everyone has different goals for their health, for their mental state, for the economics of it too. It has to make sense for people, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if it's my choice, I'm not going to impose my views on my husband and be like, you have to be following this diet. And quite frankly, he's also gluten-free, so we have to be all-encompassing and all-inclusive. So I'd rather have people come to the table and enjoy the food at their pace rather than force them to choose something they don't want to follow, right?
That's very nice. Yeah. Because some people are really strict.
Yeah.
For like, no, this house, only
Exactly.
vegetarian. That's all we're doing.
If it works for them, it works for them, right? To each their own. But at least for me, my philosophy is I'm happy to go with whatever people's choices are, because sometimes even the vegan diet doesn't work with some people for their own health.
Yeah.
Right? They need certain things in their diet. So I just put forward what I love to make, and everyone can adapt it as they please.
So that's your kids too?
My kids, they eat meat, and I'm going to allow them to make that choice, just like how my parents did too.
Yeah.
Right.
How does it feel now, though? You now being a vegan and then cooking for the kids and touching the meat. Is it the same thing for you? Or you're like, ugh.
So
now.
when I was vegetarian, it wasn't that difficult.
Yeah.
Now that I've also cut dairy, eggs, all of that, it is a little bit difficult. But I have to do what I have to do. I have to feed my kids, right? So I put on the gloves, and I don't cook we don't cook generally any raw meat with blood and everything. So we cook fillets. We do a lot of fillets. So it's fish fillet or chicken fillet. We don't cook beef in our house. We're Hindu, so we don't cook beef. And lamb is once in a while, but that also, it would come minced. I'd have it packed up and everything. So
you're ready. You're like, okay, I'll cook this out.
I'll do whatever I can to the best that I can. But yeah, there are certain limits that I can't.
Yeah.
Personally.
Body-wise, how do you feel? Like ever since because 15, 16 years you've been a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And then just turned vegan like a year ago.
Yeah, this year.
So is it the same? Like for you, everyone's body is different. How do you feel?
So before I turned vegan, I did feel very uncomfortable having milk in my diet, yogurt, milk. And I didn't know why, because I've been having milk and dairy for the longest time, right? Ever since. So it just so happened, I think postpartum, things changed a little bit. My body wasn't digesting things the way they used to, but I didn't pick up on it. So I slowly just cut milk out just as a personal preference. I cut milk, I cut yogurt, and then I cut butter, and I felt a lot better. And then I did a lot of work for companies for vegan recipes, and I worked with a lot of clients that wanted certain things like that. So I was like, actually, this is not that difficult to kind of substitute certain things, whether it's baking, whether it's cooking. You can easily use different ingredients to substitute.
Yeah.
Also, in terms of protein, You just need to be a little bit more mindful, add a few things here and um, remove a few things there, and then you have a more high protein meal
Yeah.
that's vegan. So
I
once,
learned from your IG,
yeah,
like beans or what cashew or almonds and compared to meat. So you've actually taught me a lot as well. Yeah, you
so
have.
happy to hear.
Yeah, you have. And it's so interesting because, so many people do it, especially Asians. I feel like we do it for a reason, like, "Oh, just want to be on a diet."
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's actually very healthy.
It's extremely healthy. And don't get me wrong, vegetarian and vegan diets can go wrong
Mhm.
because there are a lot of people that just carb it up and substitute it with the wrong substitutes.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't really benefit fully from it. But the point is, if you turn vegan, whether it's for health or weight loss or whatever,
Yeah.
it should be a well-rounded diet. You need to make sure that you're getting your sources of minerals and vitamins, and you need to carefully think about it.
Right.
It takes work, like anything in life, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
takes work. It's just not easily available. Certain things you have to search for. But once you get the hang of it, and you're like, hey, this is actually pretty easy, and like anything,
Yeah.
practice makes perfect. So
Or you can go check and learn from you. Because, your story kind of hits me in my heart because you've had a miscarriage. So sorry. And
thank you.
you've been through emotionally and a lot.
Yeah.
And then now you're sitting here strong and just creating. And what I heard you say is, your psychiatrist goes, just be you, do you, do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays women are just so not focused. Like they're like, oh, I don't know. We forget about ourselves,
Yeah.
even with children. And so I'm
Absolutely.
like supporting you all the way.
Oh, thank
Really.
you. That means a lot.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure it's also the same with you, right? Like when the moment you find out you're pregnant,
Hmm.
you don't think about yourself anymore.
No.
It's everything that comes about this life in you,
Yeah.
right? And that's the moment, since that time till giving birth, till raising a child, it's never about you first. It's about them
Yeah.
first, right? And I guess that's where that whole idea of you don't think about, you lose yourself
Yeah.
because you're constantly thinking about them and what's best for them and every aspect of their life. And that's why after having 2 miscarriages and just not dealing with it because they came first, everyone came first except me.
Yeah.
I didn't take care of myself. So it escalated to a point where it was getting really bad.
Mhm.
And that's when I went to therapy. And she's the one that said to me, you have to focus because you can't give from an empty cup. And then that's why I decided to go to culinary school.
Mhm.
And that was the best decision I ever made, honestly, because
Did you always like cooking? Was it a passion you saying, okay, be myself. What should I do? But it must be in your heart saying, this is what I like. I really want to do it.
to be honest, no, at the beginning.
Because you didn't know how to cook
I
ahead
had
of then,
no
right?
idea. It's like a skill that you learn and then you find out you actually love to do this and
Yeah.
then you find some passion in it along the way. I've always been a really creative person. I wanted to pursue art growing up.
Yeah.
But like any Asian household, they're like, how are you going to make money with art, pursuing that as a degree,
Right.
right? So somehow, after all that long-winded journey, it ended up that I pursued art in a different form.
Yeah.
And I love education. I love teaching people and expanding their knowledge and just showing something that they can do that they never knew they
Yeah.
could do. So it's combining 2 of my skill sets and
Teaching.
yeah, and
Cooking now.
cooking, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when even when I go online and when I look at you, I learn like what to use and what not to use. You're kind of like, you share your life with people. Even I was like, oh, I shouldn't use so much sip. Stuff like that, the small things.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm not a person that goes in and say, okay, let me look in the ingredients.
Yeah, not many people do.
I'm definitely not the
Mhm.
one that looks behind and
Yeah.
say, okay, I do look at some food and say, okay, that's too much sugar
Yeah.
or too much
Yeah.
sodium. But otherwise, I really don't look so much. But we should, because nowadays I feel like people, we're getting sick more, cancer, whatever,
Absolutely.
happening to our body more is because of the things we eat, the environment. Yeah. So I actually just really started ever since I have kids,
Right.
like to really look like, okay, what is that?
Mhm.
What is it good or not?
Yeah.
I love to cook,
Right.
yeah, but I never care too much of, okay, the ingredients,
Yeah.
what is good or what is not.
Absolutely.
And you teach us that way. You're like, look, but if you have to say like 5 vegetable, like fruits or vegetables that is a must, you would tell people to eat
As a vegan?
as a vegan.
Okay. So it's not necessarily the fruits, but it's
Mhm.
more of things that they should include or sprinkle on their meals.
Yeah.
So having a good lentils, like lentils are great, and soaked lentils are fabulous for you.
Mhm.
And you can also roast them and grind them up into a powder
Yeah.
and sprinkle them on your salads or your meals or any sauce, curries, whatever you like to eat, noodles, nuts, different sorts of nuts, right? Sunflower seeds,
Mm.
pumpkin seeds, those are great. Even that soap sprouted, excellent for you. Tofu, I love tofu.
I know a lot of your
Yeah.
like cooking, you use a lot of tofu.
Yeah, I love tofu. It's a great source of calcium and protein, right? It's low carb as well. And I love it in different forms. So you
Yeah.
have noodle tofu, you have also you can
You did chow mein,
Yeah, you
stuff
can
like that.
exactly, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. You can even blend it, and use it as a substitute for cream cheese sometimes. You add a little bit of nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is also very good.
I know. I learned from you. It's hot.
It's a great cheese substitute,
Mhm.
and you can also add that in everything. I've made my own plant-based protein powder,
Yeah.
which is 21 grams of protein.
Yeah.
It has not uh, as less of carbs as a regular store-bought protein
Mhm.
powder. It has a little bit more carbs, but it's the good carbs for you, like for energy. It's not the refined sugar ones
Yeah.
or any other fast-acting glucose for you. But making your own homemade protein powder has been a game changer for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like a meal in a cup, and
And you know what's
keeps me
in
full.
there.
I know exactly what's in there, and it's got
Mm.
cacao powder, so it's even a raw form of chocolate.
Mhm.
So that flavoring is added, and low GI syrup. So uh, normally we add sugar in a lot of the food. Asian food has a lot of sugar
Yeah.
in it. Many people don't realize, but sugar is actually an essential ingredient for taste because it enhances the taste. Without sugar, you're missing something. And many people are like, oh, what is that it's missing? It's normally the sweetness
Yeah.
that balances out the sour, the
That is
zesty.
a great cause of cancer as well. Not
Yeah.
breast cancer. A lot of diseases are just sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And sometimes you don't even taste it because we eat a lot of food. We purchase it from outside and
Yeah.
takeaways and everything. But there is sometimes a lot of sugar hidden in the making of certain meals.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always pro low GI natural sweeteners like maple syrup, honey, agave. That's organic and less refined. Those are the 3 that I opt for. The newest one that I've really introduced in my diet is coconut nectar
Mhm.
because I'm now working with a farm. I saw how they made it,
Mhm.
and I've tasted it from the actual flower from the coconut tree. And so when you see where your food actually comes from and realize that you can easily substitute certain things,
Mhm.
it's very easy after that.
You love. Have you been brought up in Hong Kong? Like
Yeah,
you
born and raised.
佢識聽廣東話㗎，好似。
Me too.
So that's why, like, when I see you introduce like the Hong Kong markets, the love you have,
Mm.
and you promote, like you're one of us as well, you know?
Yeah, of
You
course.
love going to the wet market, just
Yeah.
getting your fresh grocery. My husband keeps asking me these questions.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to go to the grocery, like the wet market every day or every other day?
Right.
I go, it's for your kids
Yes.
and what you eat.
Yeah.
It's for you.
Absolutely. Because when you buy certain ingredients from the store, you'll realize that it's packed up in lots of plastic
Yeah.
and it's probably sprayed on with something. And so when after 5 or 6 days, you realize, hey, it's still
Still there.
edible. It still looks beautifully packaged and, there's no mold on it or anything. But when you purchase produce from the wet markets, it goes bad in like what, 2-3 days, right? Because that's fresh.
Yeah.
And it's normal for ingredients to go bad very quickly.
The good food.
The good ones, right? It's normal.
And like, which of your favorite market tops it? Because you live in, for me, I live in the dark side. Everyone's like Kowloon. I love 九龍城. Yeah, and yes, I was telling you, I love 九龍城街市. It's just my home.
It's great. There's every nook and cranny, and you can find so many things there, and especially great Thai ingredients as well.
But you've introduced a lot of wet markets to people, what to buy, what not to buy, what is cheaper. It's just, you come out really friendly, and just such a lovely person. Like, it's just so good to look at. It's a lot, but your vibe is so nice, and I was surprised. I was like, oh, 你教人整月餅, or you were making the mooncakes as well.
Yeah. Why should anybody who turns vegan miss out, right? Because some people turn vegan for health reasons, right? They really cannot eat meat anymore, let's say, for that example. So why should they miss out? They probably love mooncakes. I love mooncakes.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's make this vegan. Let's figure this out, And there's so many resources available to understand how to make it. And we had a wonderful class, and they loved it. We used Dubai chocolate as the filling.
Yeah.
And that's also made with just 3 ingredients, the pistachio paste. So easy to make at home as well, So it's fun, easy, simple. That's what I love.
You love simple. And people like looking at it because it's just simple cooking.
Yeah.
Simple, healthy cooking. Even the sauces you make a lot of sauces.
Yeah, I do. I'm started,
Like pesto. You do kind of like this cream sauce, but which isn't cream. Yeah. You do a lot of like different sauces, and do you sell them now?
Yeah, so I do it in small batches seasonally. I'm still trying to figure out my timetable. I have young kids, so that's my main priority at the moment. But yeah, once I have more time, I'd love to do it more frequently. But right now it's seasonal, so I normally sell them at pop-ups or fairs, school fairs. And yeah, I launched 8 sauces earlier this year. So
Tell me the 8.
I was a chili garlic red pesto, a white truffle basil pesto, all gluten-free, preservative-free, vegan. Sichuan chili oil, the one I gave you just now. I hope you like it.
I will try it. Definitely. I love spicy.
Yeah.
I love
So this one is made with no sugar, like absolutely even refined or syrups, nothing at all. And just wholesome Sichuan pepper. Actually, I have a supplier from Sichuan that gives me all the authentic red peppers from there. Red Sichuan peppercorn. So that's the third one. And then we have a coconut spread, which is freshly roasted hazelnuts mixed with coconut nectar. And it's like a Nutella, but a healthier Nutella.
Oh, my son would love that.
My kids love that one.
Yeah.
And there's a vegan cream sauce. So that's like you could use it as a queso dip or on top of any nachos or even a white sauce carbonara, like a carbonara, you can do that with that sauce. And then there's a pink sauce, like a carbone style
vodka
rigatoni, that sauce, but obviously no vodka in there. It's vegan, and really simple ingredients. It's just the technique that I use to make it really creamy and nice and let all the acidity balance out with the onions, the natural sweetness from the onions.
Because it takes you a long time to like make a batch of so many different flavors.
Yeah. It took. I learned my lesson. I went a little wild.
8 sauce already? You're like...
Yeah, I did also a jalapeno chutney, so there was quite a few sauces in there and a vegan kimchi as well. Yeah, fresh batch. Because it's difficult to find vegan kimchi, right? So yeah, I went wild at the beginning. I was like, yeah, let's do this as any creative would.
Yeah.
But now I've learned my lesson. Simple is always better. Let's keep it
Let's
streamlined.
do 3 every couple months.
Exactly. But I was very lucky, touch wood. It all got sold out. I didn't realize there was such a big demand for it here,
A lot of people has turned vegan or just trying to eat healthier.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if they have young kids. They're navigating what's good for them, what's not good for them. Because sometimes even in baby formula, they have stuff that, like maltodextrin is in baby formula.
Yeah.
It's an additive that's super high GI. It spikes their sugar extremely high. So why would people add that in baby formula?
That's weird. I even saw it, like, even in cornflakes, what is it? Porridge and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
People should really think about what they put in for us nowadays.
Yeah. It's cost cutting, right? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So I always say, flip it over, read the ingredients. And if there's something there that you've never heard of or can't pronounce, search it up.
I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
What word is that?
Yeah.
I'll search it.
My rule is if I can't pronounce it, it's going back on the shelf.
That's very smart. Next time I'll do it. I won't even waste time to Google it because, trust me, I won't.
You're just going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. How has social media, because now you're on this big social media platform, sharing your life, sharing what you do, how has it changed you? Has it? Of course, it's been a good way because you've been sharing what you love. But tell me more how it's been for you.
So because I started off just kind of like, let's see what happens, I didn't realize it to grow this much. I never thought it would become this platform where I would actually meet so many amazing people and share this joy for cooking with people from all around the world, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. It's just connecting. And I try to remind myself that that's what I'm here for. I'm here to connect with people and share what I love. Because sometimes when people reach a certain stage, they try to convert their platform to something else.
Yeah.
And I always try to remind myself that I'm here don't forget why I started.
Yeah.
And, that's going to be the core values of my brand, essentially, right? Because it takes years to build trust and it takes seconds to lose it.
Trust me, I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I really remember that in everything that I do. And I'm not here to get as many followers or likes or shares or whatever. I'm here to just share something I personally love. I would personally eat. I personally would feed my kids, right? And that's what I'm hoping to build.
Yeah.
So social media has really helped connect with people, expand
Your journey.
my journey. But I also have to remember finding the right people matters more than having an extravagant following, right?
That's what Uncle Kay was saying. That's what you watch. Don't forget your core. I think a lot of people kind of forget.
Yeah.
Like even when it's so good, you forget how you got there.
Yeah.
Or the process of it. It's hard.
It is, of course. And when sometimes people in different, I don't know how much it is in Hong Kong, but in other areas around the world, like, so content creators get thrown extravagant amounts of money at them, right? And why, to each their own, why wouldn't they take it to market something or promote something? But that's where I draw the line. I'm like, if it doesn't fall in line with my values, if it's not something I would feed my kids, there's no way I'm promoting this, right?
That's why you went to go to the cocoa farm, or that you did, right?
At
The
coconut farm.
cocoa farm. You went yourself to see.
Yeah. They actually got in touch with me a while ago, but I think we lost connection. And then I tried their products. A friend gave me their products, like, try this out, you will love it. I ended up loving it. So I got back in touch with them. I was like, I need to meet you guys. I want to do something together.
Yeah.
They're like, don't bother. Come to see us in the farm.
Oh, wow.
So they flew me down to the farm. They're called Cocos, and wonderful, wonderful people. And I saw exactly how they climb up these coconut trees, these farmers, and they cut. I didn't even know coconut trees had flowers.
I didn't know until, yeah, I
Right.
don't know, yeah.
Flowers, and that's how coconuts become sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's the syrup, that's the nectar from the flowers actually sweeten the coconut.
Yeah.
So that extra sap from the flowers
Mhm.
gets transferred into these bottles, and they clean it up, and they create coconut syrup from it. And they make coconut aminos and vinegars, and it's like, yeah, you can make that from actual coconut palms.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful. So yeah, I loved it, and that's why I use it a lot in my cooking as well.
It's so good, like it's going on site to see and to actually feel what people's doing and to learn before you give to your audience.
100%.
It's
And
like, people are so smart now as well, you know?
yeah, they will search. They will look right past you.
Yeah,
like you're lying.
Yeah. Audience will know.
Yeah,
And
100%.
it's being the real you. I feel like audience can connect to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also get challenged on some of the posts that I do, which I love. I love an engaged audience. That,
Uh-huh.
hang on a second. I read this and I tried this and this is not true, blah, blah. And then I come back. I'm like, no, actually, this is where the research is. And, so I have to do a lot of research before I post stuff, because sometimes I'll talk about what has more protein,
Oh, yeah.
and so those videos, some of them went viral because it was so controversial. It was talking about chicken breast and
Is it nuts?
yeah, mung beans.
Mung beans.
Yeah.
Mung beans. Yeah.
So yeah, that got picked up, and a lot of people came with a lot of feelings about that.
You're like, what?
Yes.
Chicken breasts?
Yeah.
Mung beans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I'm happy, because people need to just open their minds up, be a little bit more open-minded about different sources of protein, right?
Do you like to be challenged?
I love that. And that's, I guess, that's what I'm used to with a lot of the students that I taught.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, look, you have to challenge what I'm telling you, because when you go out there in the world, you can't just take it for what it is,
Yeah.
right? You have to question what you're being fed.
So true. So true.
That's what it is. Yeah.
It's being connected as well
Absolutely.
with your fans and people that enjoy you. What's your next goal? Like, what do you want to do next or achieve next?
So I just started vegan cooking school.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really where my heart is at right now. Just making sure that I share my knowledge and my passion for cooking and fun and interactive classes. So I do in-person classes and online classes as well.
Yeah.
And so far it's been such amazing feedback. And I'm hoping to expand that, just do a lot of that.
Is it hard to do online classes? I've always thought, like, because when it was COVID,
Yeah.
and all our kids were like doing dancing, and you're like, no, dude, it doesn't work,
No.
I can guess with adults, we can like kind of concentrate.
Yeah.
But is it harder? I feel like to communicate with people and have that, I love like to just meet people, communicate and see them. Is it harder to teach online?
So I had my first online cooking class just last 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
And it was great.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, yes, it was during the typhoon and kids were home. So it was like a flashback of COVID again, because half the time some of the people had to mute and they were like, you could see them yelling at the kids in the background. But it was a lot of fun because even some of them ended up cooking with me. So they would put me on their phones, and I told them to prepare a range of ingredients beforehand.
Yeah.
So they were cooking with me. Others were just sitting there watching, taking notes, And I guess it's just people want to be in their homes sometimes. They don't want to go elsewhere. They come home from work really late, and they just want to do something that doesn't remind them of work, right? So they'll be sitting there just watching and just looking at something to make maybe for the weekend or the next week or something. So that's for purely convenience and connecting with people around the world, right?
Yeah.
But yes, there's definitely something special about in-person classes.
Yeah.
I love talking to people and meeting them and knowing their stories and everything. So yeah, everything has its own charm.
And you teach everything, like you teach like Asian food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a wide range. So slowly launching that bit by bit. Hopefully I'll do more structured courses.
Yeah.
But right now it's just single dishes or 3 recipes in one class. So we're doing a vegan cooking class, a vegan Japanese cooking class. next week. So I'm teaching them 3 dishes, vegan ramen from scratch.
Oh, you've been tasting all the ramen,
Yeah.
the vegan ramens. I've been watching that as well. Wow, it's just your passion. You find us more good restaurants as well.
I hope so.
Yeah, so we can go online, check you out because you have so much. Like when I look at your page, you have so much Chinese in you. 你好帶出 even when you were teaching, 呢個係咩粉? And then you were saying in Chinese your best. Honestly, you did really well. And I was like, oh, good to learn because, I feel like sometimes because my family is huge meat eaters.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
my husband's like, where's the meat?
Mm.
Like he would come home. I was like, eat your vegetables, husband. Stay
I'm
healthy.
same.
Yeah, but I would like to learn more and put more different styles
Yeah.
and give them a healthier choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if it's a side dish, right?
Mhm.
Even if you're a meat eater, you still need variety. You can't just have that slab of meat
Mm.
every meal, right? Because that's long term not going to be healthy also.
Yeah.
So it's just I go by one rule, eat the rainbow, right?
Eat the rainbow.
So have different colors on your plate, and that's the easiest way to understand, okay, you're getting a bit of everything,
Mhm.
right? So
That's such a beautiful eat a rainbow. I'm gonna tell my son tonight.
eat the
Son,
rainbow.
eat the rainbow. He'll be like, what?
Yeah. I tried to do that with my son. He's a very selective eater. And so he's my biggest challenge. If I can feed him and if he eats what I make, I'm like, yes, this is really good.
You can feed the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love to cook for my kids. And I just feel like seeing them eat healthily and happily, it makes my world just
I know, yeah.
so
That's so nice. That's such a maternal thing, right? Watching your kids eat, you're like, okay, we've eaten and I can sleep better at night now.
Now I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just eat anything. But for the kids, you really find time to take care of them. Normally, I end up with saying, I like to encourage people.
Yeah.
Is there any encouraging things you want to say to my audience or even to yourself? Yeah.
Well, I would say that as long as you love what you do, regardless of maybe the outcome of it, you sometimes might go into different things, not knowing if you're going to maybe get the job or get certain prospects from it, or a outcome can be great. You don't know. Just do it wholeheartedly. Everything you do it with a full heart, knowing that it's within your integrity, something you can look back 20 years from now and say, I did the right thing. I did it with all my heart. I did it with all my best. That's everything you do should be with that mindset, because you might not see the outcome right away, but that mindset compounds, and I feel later on it'll come in abundance.
It will definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing you. And please, everyone, go to the Veggie Wifey. Go if you need like a dish for the night. Go on, check her out.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.